Welcome traders to our start of week technical analysis video. So going straight into things here, as you know, this blue vertical line represents the last point in which we left off in our last technical analysis video, and our last technical analysis video being our end of week. And as you know, the distance between our end of week and start of week isn't by much, but what we like to do within these start of week technical analysis videos is to sort of just go over what has happened since our last technical analysis video, and then what we could be potentially and sort of expect to see throughout this week. We also like to have a look at economic news, any high impacting news events that could take a toll onto gold, and just sort of give our overall bias for the market. So starting things off from where we last left off, if I go ahead and zoom in, as you can see, we actually don't have too much information to mark up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go down to our minute 15, just so we've got a little bit more detail. I'm going to start by grabbing a path, and I'm just going to sort of roughly mark up what has happened since we last left off. I don't have to grab every single candlestick, every single move, just the majority of moves that we want to take into consideration and have a look at. So as you can see, I'm just sort of taking it from point to point, just sort of seeing roughly what has happened in the gold market. And there, as you can see, we have had some consolidation with some slight bearish retracements with a continuation of a bullish push. The same thing, retracement, a retracement again, a considerable bearish move, and then a push back up to bullish highs. As you can see, if I go ahead and sort of just mark in this level for you, as you can see, we actually do have a level here, which has been tested a few times now, which is a clear indication that this level is definitely going to be significant. If I was to drag it into the past, I guarantee you that this level will be a significant level for us to take into account, and it is. For example, as you can see, we've had multiple times where price is tested on this level as both resistance and support, indicating to us that it is a level that we want to take into consideration. So with that being said, obviously there's going to be levels pretty much everywhere. There's going to be minor levels, for example, a level where my cursor is here, sort of going across. As you can see, price is tested as resistance and a support. There is a lot of levels for price to react off of, but we want to just sort of include and only focus on the major levels. There's no point marking up the entire chart, but otherwise it becomes noisy and we don't really have a clear understanding of what's going on. So going on to our what's happened most recently. So obviously we are inside of the London session as of right now. It is 10:46 AM GMT. That's UK time. Yes, we are based in the UK. So jumping straight onto things. So as you can see, we had found this resistance at a previous level that we had marked in at around 2945. Since price tested this level as a resistance, we have seen a significant retracement, with price now currently testing at around 2938. Now you're asking, what could we potentially see in the grand scheme of things? What could we potentially see for gold as of right now, for today and for the rest of the week? So for today, what could we see? Since price has rejected off of this 2945 level, as you can see multiple times in the past, we have tested this level as a resistance and price has dropped off considerably. What we could potentially see from this level here is just sort of a copy or a relapse of this previous data. So with that being said, what we could potentially see is price continue on to our next point of interest at around 2931. With that being said, that is one possible scenario, one possible outcome for gold as of today. We could also potentially see something along the lines of one of these sort of moves, where we see sort of price come down just a little bit more, perhaps test around the 2935 level and then come back up to test this 2945 level before continuing on bearish. That's another probable move that we could potentially see as of right now. The last probable bearish move that we could potentially see is just a straight continuation to go and test this this liquidation area of around 2924. As of right now, as you can see from price action, we are seeing some significant bearish momentum as of right now. But any one of these minor levels could hold price up. Obviously, we are in the minute 15. We can get a little bit more information as we go down the time frames, but we don't really want to sort of look at scalping opportunities. We want to look at those intraday and those swing opportunities, as to the reason why we only offer swing and intraday trades. So with that being said, that's a possibility for a bearish move. That's what we could potentially see today. With the current price action that we are seeing and that strong rejection off of that 2945 level, a bearish move as of right now is a lot more likely. However, there's always going to be room for bullish momentum, and we could potentially see price sort of come down to test this level here at around 2935, with price then breaking up and through this level of 2945 that has been tested significantly and a lot in previous times for gold, and we could potentially see sort of price found support around that 2936 to 2935 area, and price eventually breaking through that 2945 level. If we were to see that 2945 level, we're going to be testing between these three key levels. As you can see, these key levels are marked in red. As you know, apart from this information that we have here, this is a new all-time high that was created. We haven't actually created a new all-time high since this last time, since this last one was touched at around 2954. So if we sort of go into here, it's sort of like a danger zone. We could potentially see price reject off of one of these two levels, but if price continues bullish and continues to smash through these levels that we have marked in, we most likely will see a continuation and a new all-time high created. The next all-time high would most likely be around the 260 area, the 2960 area, somewhere around there. We could potentially see price come to around there. If we go into our hour one and just sort of have a look, that's our 1 minute. If we go into our hour one and just have a look, as you can see, we did have another support tested at, again, this level of 2924. We tested it a couple of times since we last left off, and price has pushed back up above it. As you can see, this whole sort of zone here, if I mark it in with this box right here in this purple box, everything in this box is almost like a consolidation, a high time frame consolidation phase, where we are testing between the median level of 2945 and a resistance of around 2924. With the bottom levels marked with these black horizontal lines, just indicating to us where liquidity is within the market and what we could see price sweep. So with that being said, what could we potentially see on a high time frame? I'm going to actually go to our hour four, as our hour four will definitely give us a little bit more information. As you can see, we don't actually have our levels marked in on hour four. As you can see, we had a lot down here, which I am going to clear up at some point. But as you can see, we are sort of seeing the same sort of thing. We're seeing this this sort of curve in price right here. So what we're expecting to see is sort of price sort of maybe retrace again to around that 2924 level, and then price continue on bullish. So going on our hour one, actually go to hour one, and we just sort of zoom out as much as we can without ruining the information. So what we could potentially see as of this week, we could potentially see a bearish retracement, and price just sort of consolidate between these areas again before we see a break and a new all-time high created, or a break of current trend and price breaking down to our 2880 level. As you can see, this level is a significant level, which in the past, after touching new all-time highs, we have seen price retrace to that level. Why is price retracing to that level? Because previous all-time highs created a resistance at this level, and then price then found support after creating new all-time highs, indicating to us that it's a significant high time frame key level or point of interest that we want to take into account in future trading. So that's the most probable scenarios that we could potentially see. Obviously, it just sort of depends. We're going to be watching price and just seeing if it breaks through the 2945 level or the 2924 level. So we have around a 200 pip range for this consolidation block that we are currently in. If price is to break through this 2945 level significantly, we will most likely see an all-time high hit. However, if price breaks through the level of 2924 and sweeps these two horizontal lines of marking in the market liquidity, if we see price sweep this liquidity, we most likely will see price come back into the 2800 area as low as 2880. If obviously we see price surpass that 2880 level, we most likely will see a significant bearish continuation. However, with the strength of gold right now and the economic news and everything else around the world taking place and positively affecting gold's price, we most likely won't see that drastic of a bearish move anytime soon. So yeah, that's going to be sort of what we're looking at. Sort of, it's probably going to consolidate, maybe test this level, these two levels, the range of 2945 and 2924. Once we see a break over the other side of one of these, that will be a good a good time to think about maybe getting into a long or short position. But remember, again, we don't like to give you trades off of our technical analysis. Our technical analysis is based on just giving you guys what we see in the markets and what you can potentially expect to see for the week to come. So yeah, that's going to be that for our sorry, I almost said end of week. For our start of week technical analysis video. I understand we had another amazing week last week. We had a few stop losses. However, if you're sticking to that same risk management throughout the whole week, throughout the whole time you're trading, you will be definitely profitable and consistently profitable. But yeah, that's going to be our end of week. End of week. Sorry, apologies. That's going to be our start of week technical analysis. I hope you've all enjoyed. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. We are at around, I think, starting this video, we was at 274 subscribers. If we can get to 300 by the end of the month, that would be amazing. However, that is only 4 days and it is a big ask. But definitely is our next target is 300 subscribers. And yeah, we really appreciate the engagement and support that you have given us on these videos. Without you guys, it wouldn't be possible. So yeah, that's going to be our start of week. Stay tuned for our write-up technical analysis that will be posted midweek, and also stay tuned for our end of week technical analysis video. Yeah, that's been me. I will catch you in the next one. Peace.